Hi, and welcome to the Revolution Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Alex Oliveira. It's my goal to bring you clear cut strategies and drills designed to help make you or your program better. With that in mind, let's begin. So, this week you get a two for one. The other day I had Jeff Fry on, and that was a fun interview. Um, it was really cool to get a major league, a former major league player's perspective. If you listen to the interview, I think you're going to understand that you have to you have to be focused on your intent at the plate, and you have to be focused on your approach at the plate. And that's what you should be doing every time you get to the batter's box. Um, if you didn't get a chance to listen to that, go back and listen to it, watch it here on my channel. So today I'm sharing my spring team practice plan. Uh, why am I doing that? Number one, because I'm a nice guy. Number two, I used to be like a lot of young coaches out there are going to do. I used to be the guy, well, I'm the head coach now. So I'm going to grab my fungo. You go to third, you go to short, you go to second, you go to first, you go to the outfield, etc. And the catcher, you're going to give me the balls. You're going to catch them from first base or from wherever they're coming in, and I just hit fungo one at a time. Um, when I got the privilege of having an assistant coach, then we did a double fungo, double barrel fungo, whatever. Which became a little bit more fun. Guys got a lot more reps doing that stuff. Um, Problem is, there's still a lot of standing around, even with the double barrel fungo. And so I tried to alleviate that and started listening to a lot of coaches at the ABCA convention, Texas High School Coaches Association, and looking for information to try to uh, put something together for me to help me to get my guys as many reps as they can get for the high school level, because I was noticing that they knew what to do in a game. Problem is, they didn't have enough reps behind them to feel comfortable to be able to execute at the high school level or execute appropriately. So, with that in mind, I'm sharing my practice plan, and let me get rid of this. Let me open this. So I wish that I was smart enough to come up with this whole template all by myself. I was not. I got this template from TCU from Coach Slossnagel, and I've modified it to fit my needs. Um, and basically, we start out with 10 minutes of dynamic stretching, um, and your field setup or equipment is right here. Uh, then we go into 15 minutes of base running. And if you listen to my base running episode a few weeks ago, then you'll understand why I have it up here. Um, but another reason is you want the guys to be sweating before they throw, and that's the next thing that they go into. So going back to base running, so on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, they do bunting, stealing, reads. It should have reads on there, and squeezes. So if you're at home plate, you're bunting. If you're at first base, you're stealing off the pitcher. There's a pitcher on the mound, and everything's synchronized off him, even though he's not throwing. Um, if you're at second, you're doing reads on the bunt, and if you're at third, you're doing squeezes, either suicide or safety squeezes. Um, then on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, you're doing a hit and run. So there will be a runner either at first or second or both. And if you're at first, obviously you're doing the hit and run. So you're going off, you're stealing once again, or and then you're stealing and then reading. Where's the ball hit? do I need to get back? If you're at second, you're you're working on reading the ball. You're working on your turns at third base because I want them tight. I usually have cones to mark the territory there where I don't want you to turn too hard. If you're at third, you're reading the ball. Um, and if you're at home plate, you're swinging at nothing really, and then you're taking off. Everything, like I said, is synchronized off the pitcher. If you're the coach, this is where you get your fungo, and you're actually hitting the ball. Or if you don't want to use the fungo, you can use a pitching machine to shoot the ball up in the air or ground ball or whatever. Um, then they go into a throwing program, and the throwing program is actually on here as well. By the way, since I've got this template for free, and some of the other stuff that I've got on here, I got it for free. Nobody, you know, got it from other people. I will send this to you for free if you want it. Just send an email to revolutionbaseballpodcast@yahoo.com and I will send it to you. Anyway, so the throwing program is here. And the only adjustments that I've made is that when they're coming back in, um, when they get to 90 feet, if you're an infielder, you're going to start doing quick throws until you get to 45 feet. If you're pitchers at 70 feet, you're going to throw five changeups. Um, then you're going to move to 60 and throw five fastballs. And then finally, uh, 45 feet, you're going to throw curveball sliders. Um, I really like that idea. Think it'll go good. Um, then let's cover this back up here. So after throwing program, now I did just recently change this, and I'm gonna tell you why. I used to have game specific down here before the process game. Um, However, I decided that I'm gonna do game specific right after the throwing program because they've already been throwing, and with the dirt circuit drills and the ball circuit, there's not necessarily any throwing. You can add throwing to it if you want to. You're gonna have to make some adjustments though, and you'll understand why here in a second. All right, so for game specific, we have bunt defense on Monday, pickoffs on Tuesdays, PFPs on Wednesdays, first and third on Thursdays, and we take these 10 minutes and add it to the process game on Friday or Saturday. Or if you as a coach feel like there's something else you need to work on, or maybe they just didn't get, you need to spend extra time on bunt defense or pickoffs or whatever, then you're going to add that to Friday or Saturday. The dirt circuit drills, you're going to have 8 stations, 3 infield circuits, 3 outfield circuits, and 1 catcher circuit, as well as 1 tag circuit. Um, and that is actually listed on here. And you can see close to first base, that's where you're doing the short hops and the long hops. You can use bare hands on the first base side, or you can use a glove. I start them off bare hand, then we graduate to a glove, and then we graduate to a flamingo drill um, where they're standing on their right leg and they're moving their left leg, and we're working on sequencing, getting ready to throw to first base. The red dots is by second base, and that is where you work on your double plays, and that's where you use these right here. So this is the pancakes, and the pancakes are great for getting the feed from second or short. If you're at the base and you're working on here transferring, you can't close this pancake. Now this one you can. These are Valley gloves. You can get them online. You can email John Valley, tell him that I sent you. Um, I don't get anything for these. I'm just promoting this because I know times are tough right now. So Valley gloves, and this one is a flexible one, so you can use this at short to feel the hop, or short or second, whoever's actually fielding on the ground. Then you go to the third base side, and that's where you have your backhand. And I'm really excited about this glove. This is a training glove. If you don't want to spend the money, this was $75 with John Valley. Once again, uh, uh, basically, this is where we're going to do the backhand. But if you don't want to spend $75 on a glove like this, just get a kid's glove, a small kid's glove, and do the same thing. I'm sure you can get them at Walmart or Dick's or whatever. Then the outfield circuit, left field side, the ball is coming right to you. So now these are rolls. These are the guys are not hitting at this point. They're just rolling the ball semi hard right to the outfielder, and you're obviously going to take turns, but right to the outfielder means that you're going to lead. You're going to get the lead runner um, with a runner on second. That means you're thinking home. On the right field side, you have the ball being rolled either to your left or to your right. So you're no longer getting the lead runner, but you're looking at the trail runner. Down the middle in the outfield, center field, that's where you have you're tossing the ball, or you have the guys toss the ball up to the sky basically, and they're reacting to the ball and they're catching it, getting ready to throw. So I don't really want to see a catch. Okay, let me throw it in the bucket. I want to see catch, ready to throw. That's what I'm looking for. At third base or first base, you can have the tags in the with the bag. So put a bag down, a backpack for instance, and someone's feeding the ball to the guy fielding the ball, catching and working on tags. At home plate, you have the catcher circuit drills, and basically, I just had an episode on that not too long ago. This is where what I was talking about, where they were going in a rectangular shape. The receiving drills, the J band plyo, wrist weights, rapid fire, the knee blocks, um, how throw to second, where they're walking, jogging, and running the throw, and then finally the catching foul balls. So that is the dirt circuit drills. Then we go from the dirt circuit drills to ground ball circuit. Now, and this is 20 minutes. For the last 5 minutes, they are throwing again. Last 5 minutes is timed ground ball routine or in and out. And let me show you what that looks like. So for this drill, you're gonna need 5 tees, 3 to 5 tees. But basically, the guy here is hitting the ball to the guy at the outfield, or the guys at the outfield. Once they get one round in, then you can rotate them. Make sure that you're doing the same thing. If you want to add a 6 tee here and have them hit towards that center field as well, then you can have two of the same uh, what do you call it, drills out here. Then you have 2 tees on the field side, left field line, and you have them on the inside of third and on the inside of home. So this guy, for instance, the guy in green, he's going to be hitting to the guy over here at second base. The guy closer to home plate is going to be hitting to the guy at first base. Um, let's just say you have two first basemen, three first basemen. Well, two are on the field, then they rotate, and you can set a timer for them to rotate, or you can tell them if you're playing music at this time, uh, you can tell them, hey, listen, after one song, we rotate. And you have buckets out in the field and everything, so makes everything a lot smoother. All players are supposed to visualize and mimic their throws. So they're going to come up with their throw, visualizing. I'm getting the runner out at I'm getting the run out at first or second or whatever. So the rounds the first round is runner on third base, so the infield would be in. Uh, Second round would be no runner, so regular depth. Third round is double play depth, and fourth round is no doubles, so you're going deep. If you're in the outfield, the first round is runner on first, second round is runner on second, and uh, third round is runner on third tags. So you're looking at pretending to throw home. At the outfield, you could probably have two guys set up right here, and one catching in from the outfield. That way, you're working on actual throwing at that point. If you wanted them to obviously throw to first base, for instance, if you want the third baseman to throw to first, then you're just not going to have this T here, and you're going to have the first baseman's rotate. And so the guy here is hitting to third base, and they're throwing across. You can do the same thing with short. You can do the same thing with second base. However, you don't want eight guys trying to throw to first base at the same time, obviously. The last 5 minutes is timed ground ball, or I mean, what I mean by that is, we have a stopwatch and we're timing them on their throws from the time the ball is hit to the ball time the ball hits the first baseman's mitt. Um, or we're doing it in and out. So now they should be pretty warmed up by then, ready to play. So now we have a process game. And I got this idea, I got all of this part right here from TCU's Coach Schlossnagle. Um, and here's a process game. It's so much fun. So the way it works is you're going to score points. There we go. You can score points traditionally. You're going to score points traditionally. You have runs that you score per inning, but you're also going to score points, process points, and you're going to score situational points. So let's go over some of the process points. So the pace of game, for instance, on and off the field in 9 seconds for an outfielder or 5 seconds for an infielder, that's 2 points. Uh, Running hard on a foul ball, offense or defense, 2 points. Those are process games, pace of games. Pitcher, a 1, 2, 3 inning, no freebies in an inning. Those are, important things that we all want as coaches. Normally, my pitching philosophy is 1, 3, 5, 15. I got that from my old pitching coach, and so 15 would be the maximum amount of pitches per inning. However, we are only throwing 25 pitches, and they're starting each player with a 2-1 count. Um, so you're not going to throw hopefully 15 pitches with a 2-1 count. Um, any pickoff executions, you get a point for that. Defense, web gems, double plays, uh, throwing out the lead runner, you get points for those. Offense, any freebies, bunts or base hits, or bunts for base hits. If I think this is one of my favorite ones is quality at bats. Um, Remember, they're starting out with 2-1 counts, so 6 pitches. Um, if they see 6 pitches, they get 2 points. Or if they get 4 pitches after a 2-2 count, then they get 2 points. Another one of my favorite is um, base on balls or hit by pitch for a leadoff or with 2 outs. Finally, your situational is down here. So in the first and third inning, you start off with a runner on second, and you're looking for a sacrifice bunt. If you get that sacrifice bunt down, then you would get 1 point for advancing the runner and the hitter out. 2 points for both runners safe. On defense, you would get 1 point if you get the hitter out, or 2 points if you get the lead runner out. Um, 3 points for a double play. Uh, Second and fifth inning, there's a runner on first. So you're looking at the hit and run, same situation. So the situation of the game right here, this is what we're trying to do. And then let's see, fourth and sixth inning, runner on third base. So you're looking at squeezes. So that's the situational right there, is you're looking at either suicide or uh, safety squeeze. So if they execute those, they get 1 point, 2 points, etc. Um, for offense, for defense, double play, then you get 3 points, 2 points for getting the lead runner out, 1 point for getting uh, the hitter out. Now, where they can cost them points and would be here, lack of execution or lack of effort. So, basically you give a sign, you can, and they don't execute very well on offense or defense, then they get, -1 point. If they miss a sign, for instance, if you give a first and third sign for them to, we're going to get the lead runner out, then they get -3. Or if they miss a steal sign, for instance, or hit and run sign, which a lot of guys like to miss that one, or a bunt sign, then you get -3. And then lack of effort. So if you see a negative attitude on the field, this is where you can get them for -5 points. Things that we don't want on the field, you're going to pay the price for. And then the last 5 minutes is where you debrief, you go over the scorecard, clean and pack. And the losing team has to clean up. Usually, what I see with my guys is everybody ends up, because they're part of one team, everybody ends up doing everything at the same time. So that is everything that I've got for my practice plan. And if you, like I said, if you want this information, I can send it to you. Just send me an email. So that's it for this week, or that's it for now. And I hope that you heard something that practical that you can use in your practices to help make you or your program better. If you want the PDF program, a practice plan, uh, or for any feedback, please send me an email at revolutionbaseballpodcast@yahoo.com. Subscribe, like, and share this episode with other coaches you think will benefit from it. Thank you so much for listening, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Good luck this season.